Good morning, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing a video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know, and I want to respond to the latest trend I'm seeing online with videos being made by people who are claiming that things are happening and they're apparently trying to influence people's perception. For example, I saw a recent video of a man who was supposedly acting as a good Samaritan by disclosing some quote-unquote helpful information to women in general. His target audience, as he said in his own words, was to help women to be aware of a problem, an exploit, kind of an abuse, he said, is going around. And he was in a parking lot in the video. He walks up to what appears to be a couple of $20 bills laying on the ground, and the title of the video and his message was "Never Pick Up Money," because he said in his video, you don't know what's around it chemically, like on it, in it. And in this video, it's funny, and I'll see if I can find it. It was a few days ago, maybe could be a challenge, but I'll look for it and put it in the description. But he is not concerned about his environment, and while he's recording this video, which stuck out to me. I had to think about it later on why that was, but then he walks up to the bills on the ground in the parking lot. There's apparently two $20 bills folded over, and he's towing at it with his shoe, and he's talking on his video while he records. He says, "This is what you should look out for. These people are unscrupulous. They're trying to dose you or whatever." And he tows the bill open with some exaggerated difficulty. Finally, somehow manages to get the $20 bills open enough to see that there's some kind of white substance inside of them that looks like ordinary table salt, if you ask me. And he's telling the video, still unconcerned about people who may or may not be watching him, that this is probably something to knock you out, something to make you go unconscious. And then they run up and he doesn't go into detail, but he's saying, watch out, never pick up money because you don't know what's on it. My impression of this video is that the whole thing was staged, that it's his money, as supported by the observation that he was unconcerned about his environment while he was recording it. It was kind of a poor, fumbling attempt at influencing people and fear-mongering. He's trying to get people to err on the side of safety and caution, to perhaps vote for the establishment. I'm just guessing here, to vote for security and that kind of policy making by way of disseminating this idea that everyone's out to get you. You can't even be safe in a parking lot because, shoot, you might pick up money that'll knock you out, according to him in his bad video. So I want to make people aware that this stuff's going around, and you don't have to believe this video that I'm making on the same token, but use your mind, think about it, and watch out for people who just want you to be afraid of everything. My takeaway from the video, and in conclusion, was that this man just wants people to be afraid, or he represents a party that benefits, perhaps financially, from people living in fear and in a state of emergency. Where does this sound familiar somehow? Do we ever have Amber Alerts or terror threat levels? Do we live in a state of emergency kind of all the time, and people put down their protests as a result? They work harder as a result. They stop asking questions as a result, and they take instructions and obey as a result. These are all the benefits to having people live in a state of emergency. So if you need to look for reasons why somebody would be a fearmonger, just some ideas. Reach out if you like with questions or comments, and don't believe everything you see. Err on the side of optimism. Err on the side of courage. Be cautious, of course. If all things are equal, expect success. That's all I'm saying. Reach out with questions or comments to whitehotrobot@gmail.com. Thank you.